We have started with Power BI service, our second module, and we have done with class one, and we have like I have already given you some introduction. We have seen the licensing in that. We have seen what is the difference between Power BI service, Power BI report server, on-premise server, cloud-based server. We have seen the difference. We have seen the cloud service providers. What's the difference? Three types of licensing we have seen. So these are the things. I have also discussed the project flow, and all those things. KT sessions. We have seen these things. So today we are going to majorly focusing on three of this. Like the first one is my workspace and project workspace. Like these are the two workspace which are available in Power BI service. What's the difference between this? Secondly, we will be seeing today how to create a semantic model. Semantic model is nothing but a data set, and how to create the data set, how to create that semantic model, and how to add that semantic model to the project workspace. There are two ways. We are going to majorly focus on that, and also we'll be seeing like how to create multiple reports by multiple users using the same semantic model. So the already created semantic model, if only one semantic model is created, on top of that we'll be creating multiple reports. This process we are going to focus on today. So let me just log into Power BI service. So what is an URL for that? app.powerbi.com. So I'll simply visit here. So this is how it looks whenever it opens. I've already logged in here. My login ID is already here. I'm already logged in here. So here on the left hand side, you will see workspaces and my workspace. Like these two things we are going to see. If you click on this workspaces, you will see my workspace, and you will see this. This is nothing but the project workspace. Okay, this is nothing but the project workspace. Project workspace in the sense here, like for example, right now three workspace are there. One workspace is this project 8 p.m. December 2024, project 8 p.m. January 2025, and then PVS PBA practice. These are the three workspaces in this. But overall, this is called as, so where these three workspace are there, it is called as project workspace. So these three are sitting in the project workspace, and we have got my workspace, and these are project workspace. So let's see the difference between that. So I'm in the workspaces folder. We can see my workspace, and this is project workspace. Workspaces are also called as project workspaces, or it is also called as app workspaces. App workspaces. These are the three names: project workspaces, or workspaces, or we can also call it as app workspaces. So when any developer logged in, when he go to the workspaces folder, he can see my workspaces and project workspaces and my workspace. My workspace is for personal. This is personal. For example, I have logged in, so it is personal for me. But on the other hand, this project workspace, and we never use this my workspace for project purpose. We never use this my workspace for project work purpose. Project workspaces, these are the project workspaces. We can also call it as workspaces. We can use this for project purpose. So this section is purely used for project purposes. Team collaboration purpose. Here we are adding the team members into this workspaces or project workspaces. We'll be adding the team members. We'll be collaborating with the team members here. We'll be sharing with them what reports we are creating, that we can collaborate with the team members here. But this my workspace is a personal one. It is personal to my login because I have logged in here, so it is personal to me only. It would not be visible to other. But here, whatever contents are there into this project workspaces, that workspaces are visible for the members who are added into this workspaces. But here there is no option of adding the things. So I'll just simply show you here. Let me open the project architecture in order to give you some insights out of it. So project, we are here. Yeah, complete Power BI. We are here, if not here. Project practice workspace introduction. Yeah. So yeah, this one. So I've just opened this Power BI architecture. You're well known on this, like what it is. So basically, we are creating some reports out of these data sources. We are then doing the ETL activities in Power Query. Then we are loading it the same into Power Pivot, and then we are developing the reports and visuals here. And finally, we are publishing it here to the Power BI service. And where these workspaces are available in Power BI service, the workspaces are available. So we have got two workspaces here: My Workspace and Workspaces. So it is never recommended to publish report from My Workspace to clients. So here it will not happen anytime that I would be publishing something into My Workspace and I would be sharing the reports with the clients from My Workspace. It is not recommended. For the project purpose, for the sharing purpose, we will be only using this project workspace here. We'll be only using this project workspace here. So my workspace, then what is the use of my workspace is? My workspace is used to store the reports for future reference. If I have got many Power BI files and have developed many reports, if I want to store it for the future references, I can store it for myself, for my own thing. So whenever we create workspaces, project workspaces, so whenever I create any workspaces, we'll add all the team members working on the report or project. So let's say like two members, I've already discussed yesterday that two members are working on any kind of project. For example, Pranil is working and Siri is working. So if Pranil is a admin, if he creates the workspace, so he has to add Shri into that workspace. Then only Shri would be able to see the workspace. For example, if I create, for example, see this is new workspace. If I want to create a new workspace, let's create that new workspace here. If we create some new workspace, I'll start a new project like project. I can give it today's name 8 p.m. something. 8 p.m. I'll give it as February because I've already used. So it is telling me that this name is available. This name is available means I can take this name. So here, this is how I create any workspace. Here I would be entering some kind of description regarding this workspace. So I'll just create it. I'll just create it. Within some time it will be created. So this name workspace, it is available here in the workspaces folder if you see. Yeah. So if I again go to this, a new workspace is added here. If you see here. Now, if I want to add someone into this workspaces, I have got this manage access thing here. Currently, I am the admin. That's why my name is here. I can add the people from here. I can add many email IDs here. I can enter the email ID and simply I need to decide what role I need to give. Then I can add here. So likewise, if two members are working in that project, and if this project is if this workspace we are utilizing this particular project, so we have to add the team members in this way here. But if you go to my workspace, you don't find any option here of access or anything because we can't add anyone into my workspace. It is just for my personal use. That's the only difference between my workspace and the workspaces. So whomsoever is logged in, if I am logged in, I will be only able to see the content in the my workspace. If I leave the company wherever I am working, no one can see my content in the my workspace because it is only for me. But if someone is added to the workspace, if two developers are added to this to any of the workspaces here, if anyone leave, other other member can able to see all the contents within this. All the contents can be seen by other members, and he can able to add someone or he can able to delete someone from here from this project workspace. So that's the difference between the project workspace. So every user will have my workspace. So I just mentioned that for team collaboration we'll be using this project workspaces. So in the coming lectures, in the coming sessions, we are having one team collaboration session where I will be more detailed. I would be talking on that in more detailed way. I will be explaining those team collaboration, how it is done and how the members are added, how the roles are need to be given to the members. We'll see that. We are having an individual lecture for that. So we'll see that. Now we have seen what's the difference. Basically, what the agenda for today's session was. We have seen my workspace versus my versus project workspace, we have seen that. Now the second thing is creating semantic model and add semantic model to the project workspace. So let's go on with this. Creating dataset and add that dataset to the project workspace. So what I mean to say here is, when we start any kind of project, like this, so clients and company, clients or company will provide us some kind of data sources. So these data sources, what is the first step after this is, we have to create the data sources, data set in this. We have to we have to create the data set with the data sources. On the basis of this data sources, we have to create the data set. Data set has been created in the Power Pivot. In the Power Pivot, we have done the ETL activities and we have filtered the content, whatever content required for creating the reports and visuals, we have filtered here. And the only information which is used for creating the reports and visuals, that would be loaded in the Power Pivot with the help of this ETL activities here. And here we are creating a data set here. Here we are creating the data set. Once you create this data set, in order to create multiple reports. So finally, what is my goal? In the earlier session, let me tell you something. In the earlier session, I have told you that we have to create 20 reports. We have to create 20 reports by using the same semantic model. That is a kind of requirement. I have already explained with you in the earlier session that the final goal is we need to create 20 reports and 4 dashboards. That is the final goal. And we are like 2 developers who will be creating these 20 reports. So in order to, once you create the data set, in order to create these multiple reports on the same data set, you need to move that data set to the project workspace. We need to move that data set to the project workspace. So we have moved that data set to the project workspace. For example, we have moved it to the project workspace here. Then we can use this semantic model. See, then we can use this semantic model and we can create multiple reports on the basis of this, on top of this data set or semantic model. So creating a semantic model and adding semantic model to the workspace. So semantic model, a data set or semantic model will be developed in the Power BI desktop. So where this data set would be developed? In the Power BI desktop. Which are the two things which are important for this is Power Query and Power Pivot plays an important role in creation of semantic model or data set. Now we have already discussed that we have got 2 developers. So who will be responsible for creating this semantic model is a person who has good knowledge with the Power Query and Power Pivot need to create a semantic model. User one, for example, user one, we have got 2 users, user one and user two, who would, out of that 2 user, only one. If any, like 5 members are there in the team, then also only one particular person will create this semantic model who is having good knowledge of Power Query and Power Pivot. He would be doing that. We have got 5 steps. It's a 5 steps process. We'll just see that this 5 steps processes firstly, and we are going to follow this process, and I'm going to demonstrate you how this process actually occurs now today. So basically what is there? First process is connect to the data source and extract the data. That is the first process here. So let's go to Power BI. Let's do it. Let's start with this. What is the first process is connect to the data source and extract the data. So for example, what I'm going to do is now I'm just going to create a data set on the Power BI desktop. Now how that data set needs to be created and how it is to be used in the Power BI service, let's see. So I'm just taking here blank report. So what is the first step here is connect to the data source and extract the data. So my data source now would be, let's take a data source of around like SQL Server. For me, the data source is SQL Server now. So let me get in that server details. So I'll just put in server details here because we are connecting to the SQL Server. You just put in the server details. These are the server details. Database is optional, so I'm not putting anything here. So let's press on OK here. We'll see the number of databases which are available in this server. Now, this is a server. It is having 6 databases. Let's take this retail AB database here. Let's take this retail AB. Out of this retail AB database, I'll take address column table. I'll take customers table. I'll take products. I'll take regions. We'll take sales data. We'll take segment and ship mode. We'll take ship mode. So these are Like out of 9, I need some 7 tables for my reporting purpose. So basically what I am going to demonstrate now is how, what is a process, what is a 5-step process when we are dealing with, right from creating the data set from the scratch. Creating the data set from the scratch, what is the process for that? So we are just creating a semantic model. So for that purpose, I just took this tables in the Power BI desktop. So we have done the extraction thing. Okay, we have done it. See, we could have done it with the transform data also. We could have done it with the transform data also, but I have done directly because I know these tables are ready to use because they don't have any kind of transformation. But whenever you deal with the live data, you have many transformations to be done in the Power Query. But currently we don't have. These are the clean tables because this demo is not extensively for ETL activities. It is just for showing you the process, how it goes, how the data set is created. See, so these tables are formatted in all the aspects. So now the other step is, what is the other step here? Transform the data. So transformation is not required in our case. So we are not transforming it. So what is that other thing? Load the data into Power Pivot. We are already loaded the data into Power Pivot. So 3 steps we have already done. Now what is the process is we have to check for the relationship. So 99% of the time we'll go to this model view here. We'll see whether all the relationships are done properly. See, 99% of the time these relationships are done properly. We need to only see that the relationship is formed within the similar columns, the related column, ship model ID, ship model ID. We have seen here. We have to check in this way, product ID, product ID. Like this, we have to check address ID. So we will be having address ID here. So address ID, address ID. Like we have to check all the relationships are properly done or not. So properly done. The relationships are ready. We are good to go ahead. We are good to go ahead. So we have checked the establishing the relationships between this table. So data modeling is done. Data modeling is done. Now, if require, what we'll do is sometimes like some new information would be requiring in the reports or visual. So we need to go to table view and we need to create some new information. Like for example, let's take an example. We have got the relationship now. So what is the other step here is create a new information with DAX language. With DAX language, creating a new information, enhancing the data model also. We can tell it as enhancing the data model. So now for one of the report, okay, we are creating the reports here. We are creating 20 reports. Out of that report, in one of the report, I just want to show region wise sales. I just want to show region wise sales. Region wise sales. I just want to show. I want to show region wise sales. For that, region and sales data table is required. So region wise sales, it is available. Region is available here. We don't have any. See, region is available. Sales ID is also available. Sales is also available. Sales is also available with us. So we don't have to worry this. But the second one is percentage wise sales. If I want to show percentage of size, percentage wise sales, we don't have that. We don't have here percentage wise sales, anything. That kind of information is not available in any of the tables here, percentage wise sales. So what we'll do is, this is a new information which needs to be derived using the DAX language, using the DAX language. So roughly I'll show you at a high level. We are just focusing on how to create it. Okay. There would be an extensive class sessions for the DAX. We are not going to, I'm not here to actually show you the DAX thing, but I am just showing you how the process actually is there. So how to calculate percentage sales is, so in order to create percentage sales, we need to go to table view. We need to go to table view. This is table view here. We have to select a table. We have to select the sales table. We'll select the sales table here where we are having the all the columns. Sales table we'll select. We'll click on a new measure here. We'll click on new measure. We are just creating a measure here. Let me give it as a name as percentage sales. Percentage sales. I'll give it as a name, percentage sales. Percentage sales I've given the name. So let me write the DAX command for that. Sum. Currently, you just have to see it because I'm extensively I'm going to show it in the coming lectures. Sales data, sum of sales by calculate. calculate sum of sales. Yeah, sum of sales. See sales. Sum of sales. Regions. Yeah. So we have done it. We have created a measure here. This is just the calculation just for getting the percentage sales. If I want the percentage sales, I want this calculation. So I'm just using it, percentage sales. The motive behind this is just to show you how the process actually is there. So we have created a measure here. So once you are done with preparing a data set, this is the data set is prepared here. So we have done with this new thing here. We have created the new information, whatever we want. So I can create. I'm good to go with the reporting thing. I can create the visuals. I can create the reports now. But my end goal is what is my end goal is I just want to create 20 reports out of a single data set. So if I don't create visual also here, that is not a problem now. Now let's move this data set to the. This is just a data set now. This is just a data set because I have not created any report. This is just a data set. So what we'll do is we'll save this now. We'll save this because the data is ready. I'll save this and I'll just give it as a name, retail AB, retail AB data set 8 p.m. I'll just give it as a name, December. This is a name I have given. Okay, I've just saved it. I'll just publish it to the Power BI service now. I'll just publish it to the Power BI service. Let's go. Publish. So there is a workspace called as project 8 p.m. December 2024. Here I am publishing it. Here I am publishing it. So let me publish this. So generally, whatever we develop in Power BI Desktop, so okay, it has succeeded. So generally, whatever we develop in the Power BI Desktop, we are going to call it as report. We are going to call it as report. Whatever we create in the Power BI service, Power BI Desktop, we are going to call it as report. So Power BI Desktop report has been created on the Power BI Desktop. This report is a combination of Power Query code, Power Pivot code, and Power View code. But when Power View code will be available, when the visuals are available, then only Power View code would be available. Otherwise, we would be only having Power Query code and Power Pivot code. Now, if you see this, we have published it. Now, if you see this, when we publish this report from Power BI Desktop to Power BI Service, it will be splitted into two parts. It will be splitted into two parts. One is semantic model or dataset. The another name for dataset is semantic model. One is semantic model or dataset, and another is report. So report will be having Power View code. Report will be having Power View code, but the semantic model would be a combination of Power Query code and Power Pivot code because we have done some transformation in the Power Query code. They have extracted transform load in the Power Query, and in the Power Pivot, we give some data modeling things. We give the relationships. That's why we can call it as a combination of Power Query code and Power Pivot code. So semantic model. So it will be splitted into two things. Let's see. Let's go to Power BI. Let's go to the workspace. So this is the workspace where we have published it. So now if you see it clearly here, let's see this clearly. We have published a retail AB dataset 8 p.m. We don't have any kind of reports. We didn't create any kind of visuals here. We have directly published it to the workspace project 8 p.m. December 2024. This is a report. I already told you that it would be splitted into two halves. The name would be same. Name would be same, retail AP dataset, but this is a report file. Type is report. This is a semantic model. Semantic model and report. If I open this report, nothing is there. If I open this report, nothing is there. As we are not using, as I didn't create any kind of visuals onto that, we can simply go and delete this. We'll create this report and we'll delete this from here. I'll just delete this report. Now we have got only semantic model here. Retail AB dataset semantic model. So it is a dataset which we are having here right now. I have deleted the report out of it. So what is the end goal? What we have to do here is we just have to create. So what is the, see, we have created a data set. We have created a data set. See the topic. We are creating the data set, creating the semantic model and add the semantic model to the project workspace. We have done that. And semantic model will be developed in the power. Sorry, where am guys? Yeah, here. Creating semantic model and add semantic model to the project workspace. We have done that. Okay, this is one way. Whatever I have shown you, this is one way how to transfer, how to publish this dataset to this workspace. But there is another way also. There is another way. There are actually two ways of adding the semantic model to the project workspace. We have seen this. One way is like opening it in the Power BI desktop and directly publishing it to this workspace. Other ways, you can also upload it. You can also upload it. This is a workspace. You can upload from here. This is upload option we have got. Upload, browse. We have to show like where the data set is there. So in my desktop, this is the data set which we have created. We can directly open it. We can open it. It is just telling me to replace it. So we have already got this data set. That's why it is telling me to replace. Firstly, what we'll do it? We'll just delete this. We'll just delete this. Okay, we have seen one way of showing the retail AB dataset. Now this workspace is totally empty. I'm just demonstrating you the second way how to get the semantic model in the Power BI service. We can upload it from here. We can upload it. So where is my, it is on desktop. This is the dataset. Okay, I just open it. It is just uploading it in the Power BI service. Now earlier you have seen that only two things was there. When we actually publish it from the desktop to the Power BI service, there were only two things, semantic model and the report. But now if we are doing it with the upload option, we can see the three things here. We see three things here. One is report, same name is there, same name. This is report, this is semantic model, and we have also got the dashboard. See, if you see the dashboard has nothing. We don't got anything here. We didn't have anything here in this dashboard. If you go to report is also not having anything. So we don't have anything here. So it is better to delete this. It is better to delete this report. I'll just delete this report. We'll delete this dashboard also because it's of no use to us. So we have got only semantic model now. Semantic model. So I have shown you how the two ways of bringing the dataset to the Power BI service. I have shown you those two ways. Now, what is the own goal? What is the end goal is? See, we have published it. We have shown the two ways here, how to upload it, how to browse it. We have shown it. Now, how to create the multiple reports out of the, we have to create 20 reports by multiple users using the same semantic model. Same semantic model will will be making some multiple reports out of it, like 20 reports will be making. So let's imagine we are having a project. On that project, two users are there. User one is there, user two is there. Okay, we have distributed. User one will create 10 reports, user two will create 10 reports. Okay, reports will be developed in the Power BI desktop. Reports would be developed in the Power BI desktop only. So what I'm going to do here is, so let's imagine that I am a user one. I am a user one. So what the user one will do, he'll just open this Power BI desktop. I'll just close this first. I don't want this actually now. I'll just close this. I'll just save it. Okay, I've closed that now. Let's take another Power BI file, fresh Power BI file. I'll show you. So user one and user two are going to contribute in the project. So let's imagine I am a user one. How I will be making the report by using the same dataset which is already there in the Power BI service. Let's see in that way. So user one, let's imagine I am the user one. I have logged in here with the user one details. User one credentials I have logged in. So user one details have logged in. So how to get the data set, how to connect the data set to this file. This is a newly open file, fresh file I have taken. So how you can connect to the data set is, so let's see, I have to connect to this retail AB dataset. This retail AB dataset I have to connect now. This is a semantic model which we have got in this project workspace. So we are in the Power BI desktop right now. I'll go here, go to get data. We have got here option called as Power BI semantic models. Power BI semantic models. I'll simply click on this. It will just open as per my login. My login is of user one. So if user one is there in the Power BI service, if he is having the access, all those things. So it will be opened here. The data set would be opened here. So this is what the data set which is there. So I'll just connect to this data set here. See, we are having three modes here before connecting it. But now whenever we connect with that, now if you see here, we have got only two views here. Only two views here. Report view is there and model view is there. Report view is there, model view is there. Which view is not there? Table view is not there. Table view is not there. And if you see on the right hand side bottom, it is clearly mentioned connected live to the Power BI semantic model. Which Power BI semantic model? This is a name of a Power BI semantic model which resides in which workspace? Project 8 p.m. December 2024 workspace. This is a name of the data set. This is the workspace where it resides. So whenever we connect with any kind of data set, it will show in this way. So we can see this table structure here. We can see here. So this is how we don't have table view here. We only have two views here. So what is my end goal now? I'm just creating, being a user one, I should create some kind of visuals here. Being a user one, I'll be creating the some kind of visuals. So let's take some visuals here. Let's take the visuals here. I just want the customers count here, count of customers. So customer ID, I'll take customer ID. So I'll just drop in here. We'll take a count of that. Yeah. So we have got a count. We have got count here. Let me just rename it to count of customers. Count of customers. I'll just rename it here. Yeah. Count of customers. Now, get rid of this. So we are, let me get in some border for this. I'll just prepare the border for this. So this is the first card visual. Let me make some couple of visuals here so that I could be able to show that. Let me make it some couple of visuals here. So second visual, first one is count of customers I want to show. I just want to show the count of orders also in the second one. So let me pull in the order ID column here, order ID. So order ID, I'll pull it here. Order ID. Let me give it as a count distinct. Count distinct. So we have done it. Thirdly, we want quantity. So let's pull in quantity here in the third card visual. I just want to show quantity here. So I'm just pulling it quantity. So quantity is there. Now let's pull in sales. So sales one, I'm pulling it. Sales. I just want to show the card visual for sales. So I'm just putting it sales here. Sales we are showing. Now I'll show profit here. I'll show profit here. The last one which we are going to show is profit. Let me pull in profit. So profit. This is the one. And the call out value, I'll just decrease it to 28. 32 would be fine, I guess. Yeah. So we have got these values here. We have shown. Now the second one, the another visual which I am going to show is pie chart. I'll show customer sales, category wise sales. I'll show here pie chart. I'll show some pie chart here. Category wise sales. I'll show category into this category. Let me put in category. Category sales will put. I'll put sales also here. So sales also I'll put. Let me just get rid of this legend here. In the data labels, let me just show you the category data value. Let me just make it a little bit bold. In the value section, if we go, we can increase it. We'll just increase it to 10, make it bold. Yeah, so we got it here. Talking about the, let me just keep the title in the middle. Let me just highlight it a little bit. Yeah. So this is I'll just give, I'll give the border also from here. Let me give it a border. Okay, we have given a border here. Okay, this is done. So this is how it shows. Now the other visual is donut chart. I'm going to show sales by region. I'll show donut chart. I'll show here sales by region. I'll show in the donut chart. So donut chart I'll take instead of category. I'll just mention here region. Let me show region here. I'm just creating some kind of visuals in order to demonstrate you something. So sales by region we have shown. Same formatting is being used. Let me just make it bigger a little bit. This also I'll just make it here. Here. Some alignment things we would be taking care of with some alignment things here. I'll just align it where we are format. We'll align it vertically, distribute vertically. So vertically it would align. So here just make it bigger a little bit. Now the third one is we'll show subcategory wise sales. We'll show subcategory wise sales. Let me just show in with it. Subcategory wise sales. Sales needs to be shown now. Yeah, sales. I'm just showing it sales. So we are here. Let me just make it properly. So just format painter. I'll just show. We'll just show the data labels here in order to show. Yeah. So this is how it is created now. I'll just in the view tab. I'll just make it fit to page so that it should be. Yeah. This is how the visual is there. I made this visual here. We can also make it bigger a little bit. We can make it bigger like this. I can show like this. This also you can make it a little bit bigger because the space is there. We should utilize the space properly. Okay, we are here. So we have got this. So being a user one, I have done something. I have created something. Okay, I am a user one. User one, user two are there, which are contributing to this project. We have made this. Now let me just save it. Let me just save it because we need to publish this. See, with the help of dataset, I have made it. With the help of dataset, I have made it. I'll just save it. It will just ask me a name. Sales report will give us a name. Sales report. Report one. Report one. User one. This is by user one. I'm just going to save it. Then we are going to publish it. So I'll just publish it again. I'll just publish it to project 8 p.m. December 2024. Just publishing it. Now what you will see whenever you publish something, you will get two files, right? One would be semantic model, another one would be report. But now we are using this semantic model in the desktop. So what we are going to see it here. I'm just close this. I'll just refresh it. Okay. So we have got, see, generally we used to have semantic model and report whenever we save something, but now we have got only one file of report. This is report what we have generated, what we have developed on the desktop. This is how the report looks. Okay. So report is ready, but we don't have any semantic model of the same name because we are using the semantic model for creating of this. So it will not give another semantic model file because this semantic model file is already there. Dataset is already there. We are using this dataset from the Power BI service. So only one report would be here. Now what I'll do is, okay, let's modify this again. And what we can do is, I am a user one. I'll be creating some kind of reports. So this report one I have created. This is based on sales, everything. What I am doing is report one will again create some couple of visuals. So we'll keep this visual same, but we'll just make it here profit. Instead of sales, we'll just drag profit here. Instead of sales, I've just dragged profit here. So everything would be profit. So I'll just put profit here. Okay. Just to show some other visuals, some different visual if I want to show. This is how the profit. So this profit, I am a user one, same user one. Earlier, I have created some couple of visuals. Now I am creating another couple of visuals. Let me just Let me just save as this. Let me just save this as, I'll just change the name. I'll just change the name to profit. So profit report, sales report earlier I have given, profit report will save, profit report, report 1, report 2 by user 1. So I'll just save it. Then I'll publish it to the project 8 p.m. Here it would ask for replacing because the semantic model would be same. Oh, no, it has done. So let's see. We have got another report here. So we have got two reports. We have got profit report here. We have got profit report. We have got sales report by the user one. Sales report is also there by the user one. So what is there? Two reports we have got. I've got two reports here, two reports, which is created by user one itself. User one has created sales report, user one has created profit report. Now it's a turn for user two to create some reports. So what I'll do is, I'll just get rid of this. I've just closed that. Now let's imagine that now I'll just create, I am a user two now. User two is just creating another report. But for user 2 to create it, user 2 should have the access to this workspace. User 2 should be here in this workspace. I should add user 2 here. But I'm not able to do that because currently we are not able to do that. I'm just showing you, like let's imagine I am a user 2 now. User 1 has already contributed to the project. Now user 2 would be creating something, and by using, and the user 2 is already added into this workspace. Like that, you should imagine that user 2 is already added into this workspace, and user 2 would be creating, he will be contributing by using the same data set. By using the same data set, he is contributing to the project, but he'll be giving some another visuals. So I am a user 2 now. Let's imagine like that I am a user 2. Now, how to again connect to the data set? With the same data set, we need to create multiple reports. So we will be using the same data set. So Power BI semantic get data, we should go to Power BI semantic models. We'll get a list of here. We'll get this. So retail AB dataset I need to use. I'll connect to that. I'm a user 2 now. User 1 has already created two reports, which has already been published. Now I am a user 2. So user 2, I have got this. I have connected to the dataset, live connected. Okay. I've connected live. So whenever we connect with the dataset, it would be shown as live connection here at the bottom, at the bottom right hand side. It would show as live connection. So here, let me make some couple of visuals here. Now I'm a user too. I need to again do some work. So let's add some logo here. I just want to add the logo here. That is a requirement. So view in the insert will go in the insert in the image. Let me take some logo. So we have got logo. I'll take this logo for time being. I'll just take this logo for time being. Okay, we have taken the logo. Now I want some kind of text box which will give it as a name, title to the report. I just want the title to the report. So this is how it is shown. So I'll just if I want the title to the report, if I want to write something, if I want to rename this, I'll go to the insert. I'll go to text box. So I will get the text box here. We'll go to text box here. Let me give it as a name, a proper name for this. So let me give it as a name. For time being, let's take another thing here. So I'll just increase the font of that because we want it. So now I'll give it as a name. We'll give product analysis here, product analysis. So this is a name which I have given. We can also increase the font size of that. We will make it to 36, 42 like this. I'll make it a little bit bold. So I'm just giving it as a name, product analysis. So we have given the name. We can reduce the name, product analysis. This is how it shows. Product analysis name we have given. Let me give it as a nice color here. We have got a color option here. Uh, Let me give it as a color here, proper color like this. Yeah. So we have given a color option here. We have given it as a name. Let me make some couple of visual here. We'll take a column chart just to show the ship mode by sales. We'll take a column chart. I just want to show ship mode and sales, ship mode by sales. So ship mode, I'll drag ship mode here. I'll drag sales. Right here, ship mode and sales. So this is how it looks. Ship mode and sales. This is how. I'll just give it I'll just on this data labels here. I'll on this data labels. I'll get it as a value. I'll make it 10 and let me block it. Yeah. And in the general, I'll just make it as bold, central align the title. Okay. We didn't give yet the visual border. Let me give it as a visual border here. So we have given this visual border here now. Now the other one is I need to show a segment-wise sales. So segment-wise sales will show with the help of bar chart. So let me take in bar chart here. Segment-wise sales, let me show. Segment-wise, sorry guys, segment-wise sales. Segment-wise sales. So segment-wise sales, I'll just copy paste from here. Copy paste format. Yeah. So this is done. Shipment-wise sales. Now the last one is product-wise sales. Let me show some product-wise sales here. I'll take a bar chart for this. I'll take a bar chart. I'll show product-wise sales. Product-wise sales. So we have to take product name here. Product name, I'll take product name. So product name and the sales for that, product name by sales. I'll take the sales here. So it is how it looks. Let me just copy it till this point. Yeah. Let me just format painter this. Yeah. So we are good to go now in the view. If we see that effective page. Yeah. This is how it looks. This is now being a user too. I have made this. I have made this report. Let me just save it. Let me just save it. I'll just save this file. I am a user too now. I'll give it as a name as product analysis report. Analysis report. Analysis report. I'll just save this file and we'll just publish it now. I'll just publish it. Where? Project 8 p.m. December 2024 workspace will publish it. So now, if we see this product analysis report, it will also give us a report, same file. Only one file it will show as report. Only one semantic model would be there. Now, we have got product analysis is done by user 2. Profit report is done by user 1. Sales report is done by user 1. So user 1 has contributed, user 2 has contributed. They have made this report with the help of a single data set, a single semantic model, that is retail AB dataset 8 p.m. December. Retail AB dataset 6 p.m. December. They have created with the help of this. Now, if I want to show a lineage view here, let's show this lineage view. We'll get some idea out of it. Now, in the lineage view, see, there is an option called as list view and lineage view here at the top right. List view and lineage view. List view is something like that, which we see. If I want to see some micro details of that, like what is a data set, which data set it's been used by which report, so they can show it us to his here. So here, if I see these two reports, three reports, This one is user one, this one is user one, this one is user two. So these three reports are made up with the help of this semantic model. And this semantic model is based on the SQL Server. Here, every details is there. If I want to see, like on which data set we have made this report, what is the data set used, what is the data source we have used, we can go to this lineage view here. Lineage view here. So we have made it. So finally, what was the motive? What was the ultimate goal for today's session was just wanted to demonstrate you the process, how we could be creating the semantic model and how we can be adding that semantic model to the project workspace. The two ways we have seen. After that, we have seen the multiple reports by multiple users using the same semantic model. Using the same semantic model, how multiple reports would be created. Now, okay, let's imagine we have done with the 20 reports. We have done with this 20 reports now. 20 reports, multiple reports we have created. Now there is a part that we need to create the dashboards on top of these reports. On top of these reports, we will be creating the dashboards. We'll be creating these dashboards. So as I already told you, that the reports or visuals would be created on the Power BI desktop and dashboard would always be created in the Power BI service. I am again repeating it. Dashboard we have to create in the Power BI service. We have to create dashboard in the Power BI service. Dashboard can't be created on the Power BI desktop. Only Power BI desktop is used to create the reports and visuals. So dashboards we need to create. So we'll just see the dashboards. Let me just open this some file in order to demonstrate because the time is still there. 5 minutes are still there. So let me just, we have got Power BI service. Yes. Yeah. So Power BI, so we have seen, we have already here. Now, tomorrow, in tomorrow's lecture, in tomorrow's session, I will be focusing on creating the dashboards. We'll be using those dashboards. We'll be creating the dashboards on the top of these reports. So it's a process, something like that. The reports are created on the basis of semantic model. The reports are, again I'm repeating, reports are created on top of the data set. On top of the data set, reports are created. On top of the reports, dashboard is created. On top of the dataset or semantic model, reports are created in the Power BI desktop. On top of these reports and visuals in the Power BI service, dashboards are created. So we'll be seeing that. So tomorrow we'll see how to create. Tomorrow we'll see how to create the dashboards. We'll see how to create the dashboard. What are dashboards? We'll see. We'll see when to create the dashboards. We'll see how to add tiles, visuals to the dashboard. We'll see all those options in tomorrow's session. So tomorrow, like just it was a preparatory session today. We have prepared for creating the dashboard. Now we have got in the Power BI service, we have got three reports. We have got three reports. Let me just show you this semantic model here. Semantic model here. So this user one contribution is finished. User two has already contributed. So they have done with the report part. Now they have to create the dashboard on top of these reports. And then we'll see something else onto this. Now let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. For example, I'm just giving you an example. We can see some kind of lineage view here. I'll just demonstrate you something with the help of this lineage view. We have got these three reports. This is report 1, report 2, and product analysis report 2. We have got these three reports. Now, these reports are on the basis of the data which is available in the SQL server. On the basis of data which is available in the SQL server. So till date, what is the data available in the SQL server that these reports would be showing to us? That data we can see. But let's imagine that if some new data is coming to this SQL server, what will happen? It will show us this data in this reports? No, it will not show the reports to this server, to this reports. If some new data has come to the SQL server, that data needs to be reflected in the data set first. Then from that data set, it would be transferred to this reports. Then only we can able to see the data in this reports. So if something coming new to this data source, we need to get that report, we need to get that data into this data set, and from this data set, it will be showing us in the reports. So what I mean to say here is, what I'm trying to tell you here is, we need to, whenever we come to know that there every week, for example, every week some new data is coming on Saturday, that data is coming to the SQL server. So on Saturday, there should be some kind of mechanism that I should be able to refresh this semantic model. There is a term called as refresh. Whenever I refresh this data set, what will happen is, whenever I refresh this data set would be going to the data sources. It will be taking a new data. It will bringing the new data into this data set. And from that data set, that new data and the old data, it would be shown onto this report. So that process is called as refresh. We have got two types of refresh. Whenever we schedule that refresh, like if we schedule that to a particular date, for example, on Saturday, the data source will be getting some new files. So on Saturday, after getting the new files, I can schedule that refresh here, that for every week Saturday on this time, this data set should get refreshed, and it should bring in the updated information from this data source, and it should show into this reports. That's what the refresh criteria is. And for getting this refresh, what we want, for getting this refresh, for doing the refresh or schedule refresh, we need to install one software called as Data Gateway. Data Gateway is a software which is required to install in order to configure the refresh or schedule refresh the data set. This should not be data set, it should be semantic model. I'll just click in here. Oh, this is another file. Okay. So there is a software called as Data Gateway, which is used for refreshing or schedule refreshing the semantic model and bringing us the updated information in the report. So we will be seeing in this coming sessions, we'll be seeing all this. So today we are just focusing on this. We have done this part. We have created some couple of reports. We have created by multiple users they have created. Tomorrow we'll be seeing this. And in the coming sessions, we'll be also seeing the refresh schedule refresh. Then we'll also seeing how to share the reports and dashboards to the users, end users, clients. What are the types of sharing? How, in what types we can share the reports and dashboard to the clients, direct sharing apps. Then we'll look into team collaboration in the coming section. How the team will be collaborated, how to add the members to the workspace, how to assign them the roles. Then we'll see row level security. We'll also see some deployment pipelines, and also we'll see increment refresh. So till this point, this all things would be covered into the Power BI service module. So we'll see this in the coming sessions. So here I conclude for today's session.